I'm Charmaine Oliver. I manage Quail Hollow, which is a senior manufactured home community in the Portland metropolitan area. I came into the mediation process when the HOA committee here, it's called the Committee of Seven, had some issues that were hard to resolve, and we came to an impasse, management and the HOA committee. So as a means to try to figure out a way that we could be in agreement and kind of iron out the problems, it was suggested that there was a mediation process available to us in Gresham, and so we looked into it further, and there was indeed a mediation facility or a facilitator available that we could use, and we did do so. I thought it was a rewarding experience. I'm not going to say that it was all smooth and easy, because the initial process, actually, the residents had a lot of, let's say, pent-up anxieties, and I think that for a long time that they felt that they hadn't been heard, and that they had issues that they weren't sure that were being heard properly. And so that initial mediation process served in a very good way, so that they could voice what concerns that they had, and some of the things that they were anxious about, and some of the things that really bothered them. And then there were also issues that myself, as the manager, I felt that they weren't listening to me, that some of the issues weren't really issues at all, if they could understand the whole picture. And so there was really a communication breakdown. Through the mediation process, we had a mediator come in several times. The mediator met with the HOA group initially once or twice, heard them out, and then after that, the mediator met with myself, and then we met together. Most importantly, I think that the mediator was available to be a non-biased party that could hear both sides, didn't actually have, there was no preconceived position to take. And so I felt very comfortable personally with the mediator, that she heard me out, and I didn't feel like I was going to be pounced on, because I think a lot of times whenever you have unresolved issues, you're always wondering of who you're talking to, if they have a preconceived notion, and if it's really in their interest to resolve problems, or sometimes it's just hard to break through. So the mediator acted as a facilitator, really to hear both sides of the situation, and then so that we're all of the facts are kind of out on the table, and then to really hear each other maybe with less emotion, and that we're validating each other, because a lot of times you're upset because you don't think the other person's really hearing you, and you're not being validated, and they feel they're not being validated. And so when it's all out in the open, and you have someone that's actually respecting both parties, when that's all out there, it's easier to validate and respect the other person's position. And so that's exactly what happened, and it was a very positive experience. It was free, which was tremendous, because especially when you're dealing with the resident base here, for example, probably we would not have done mediation if it had been at any great expense, or probably much expense at all, because it's hard enough for some people, or for some of us, to just open up and be willing to share with a third party as it is. And then if you think that you're going to pay for it on top of it, maybe it would be much less likely that we would have done it.